Morning everyone, hope you're keeping well. Yesterday I set you work looking at the words that you use to describe probability. Now it's a tricky one. You only ever use the words in an exam if they either give you the words or the question asks you to use a word to describe probability. Any other time it will be using numbers. The most common numbers that we will use to describe probability will either be a fraction, which is what we're going to look at today, or in decimal form. So I'm going to go through the example on page 3. So what I'll need you to do is to listen to this example, then either fill it in on the booklet if you were able to print it, or copy it into your notebook. So first bit, it says probability using numbers. Sometimes it's better to describe probability as a fraction because it's more accurate. An event which is certain, which is one of the words we looked at yesterday, has a probability of 1, and we know certain means it's definitely going to happen. An event which is impossible has a probability of 0, never going to happen. And then anything else, so your other words, you're unlikely, you're even, and you're likely, fall in between 0 and 1, either as a fraction or decimal. So how do you write probability as a fraction? You must learn this little box off. So how many there is of what you've been asked for. So counters, beads, marbles, sweets, over how many different choices there are altogether. So the total number of marbles you have, sweets, etc. So this first example, so we have a bag and it contains beads. So there are 4 green, 2 blue, 2 red, and 1 yellow. So the first thing I would do would be to add those up to see how many beads there are in the bag altogether. 4 add 2 is 6, add 2 is 8, add 1 is 9. So there are 9 beads in total. What that 9 means is that will be the bottom number of our fractions, because that is how many choices we have in total. First question, how many beads do you have in total? We've already worked that out. 4, add 2, add 2, add 1 is 9. What colour is most likely to be chosen? Which bead has the highest amount of numbers? Green. We have 4 green compared with 2 blue, 2 red, and 1 yellow. Which 2 colours have the same chance of being chosen? So that is your even chance. So which have the same amount? Well, it's your blue and the red. Both have 2. Now, here it comes to writing probability as a fraction, the next 4 questions. What is the probability of choosing a yellow bead? Well, we have 1 yellow out of 9 beads in total. So we write it as 1/9. What is the probability of choosing a red or a green? Well, there are 4 green and there are 2 red. So we're looking at 6 beads, and that is 6 out of a total of 9. Now 6 over 9 we can simplify down, and if you can simplify, please do. To simplify that one, it is just a matter of dividing top and bottom by the highest common factor, which is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 6 over 9 simplifies down to 2/3. What is the probability of not choosing a blue, which means you will be choosing a green, a red, and a yellow? Well, you have 4 green, you have 2 reds, and you have 1 yellow. 4 add 2 is 6, add 1 is 7. So there's a chance of choosing 7 other beads. So it's 7 out of the 9 beads in total. And finally, what is the probability of choosing a purple bead? Well, do you have a purple bead in the bag? No, you don't. Now, we're not going to write the word impossible. We're going to write down the number for that, which is 0.